Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's podcast. In this episode, I will talk about what happens when I feel sick and how I understand my condition. Feeling sick is something that happens to everyone, and it is important to know how to describe it and what to do. Usually, it starts with small signs. I may feel tired, weak, or uncomfortable. Sometimes I have a headache, a sore throat, or a runny nose. At first, the symptoms are not very strong, but I can feel that something is not right. Sometimes I also feel cold or hot, even when the temperature around me is normal. This can be a sign of a fever. I may check my temperature to see if I am really sick. If the temperature is higher than normal, I know that my body is fighting something. Another common symptom is coughing or sneezing. This usually happens when I have a cold. It can be uncomfortable, especially when I am at work or outside. I may also feel pressure in my head or have difficulty concentrating. When I start to feel sick, I usually think about what I did before. Maybe I was outside in cold weather, did not sleep well, or was around other sick people. These factors can affect my health. At this stage, it is important to listen to my body. I try not to ignore the symptoms. If I feel bad, I understand that I need rest and care. Continuing normal activities without rest can make the situation worse. In general, the first signs of illness are often small but important. Recognizing them early helps me react quickly and take care of my health. I will talk in more detail about common symptoms and how to describe them clearly in English. This is very important because when you feel sick, you need to explain your condition to a doctor, a pharmacist, or even a friend. One of the most common symptoms is a headache. You can say, I have a headache or my head hurts. Sometimes the pain is light and sometimes it is strong. You can also describe it by saying, I have a bad headache or it hurts a lot. This helps others understand how serious the problem is. Another frequent symptom is a sore throat. You can say, I have a sore throat or it hurts when I swallow. This often comes with a cold and can make it difficult to eat or drink. Some people also feel dryness or irritation in the throat. Many people experience a runny or blocked nose. You can say, my nose is runny or my nose is blocked. A blocked nose can make it hard to breathe, especially at night. A runny nose is uncomfortable and often comes with sneezing. Coughing is also very common. You can say, I have a cough or I am coughing a lot. Sometimes the cough is dry and sometimes it is wet. If it continues for many days, it can become very tiring and uncomfortable. Another important symptom is fever. You can say, I have a fever or my temperature is high. When you have a fever, you may feel hot, tired, and weak. You can also say, I feel cold and hot at the same time. This is a typical feeling during a fever. Some people also feel tired or weak. You can say, I feel very tired or I have no energy. This symptom often comes with other illnesses and makes it difficult to do daily activities. There are also stomach problems. For example, you can say, I have a stomachache, I feel sick, or I feel like I want to vomit. These symptoms can be caused by food, stress, or infection. It is important to describe them clearly because they may need special attention. Sometimes people have body pain. You can say, my body hurts, or I have pain in my back or legs. This can happen when you have the flu or feel very tired. When describing symptoms, it is helpful to use simple sentences and clear words. You can also say how long you feel this way. For example, I have had a headache for 2 days, or I started coughing yesterday. This information helps others understand your situation better. In general, knowing how to describe symptoms in English is very useful. It helps you explain your condition clearly and get the right help when you need it. In the next block, I will talk about what I do at home when I will talk about what I usually do at home when I feel sick. When the symptoms are not very serious, I prefer to stay at home, rest, and take care of myself. Simple actions can help the body recover faster. The first and most important thing I do is rest. I try to sleep more and avoid hard work. When the body is sick, it needs time to recover. If I continue working or studying too much, I may feel worse. That is why I slow down and give my body time. I also make sure to drink a lot of water. Staying hydrated is very important when I am sick. I may also drink tea, especially warm tea with lemon or honey. Warm drinks help my throat feel better and make me more comfortable. Another thing I do is eat simple and healthy food. I usually choose light meals like soup, rice, or vegetables. Heavy or unhealthy food can make me feel worse, especially if I have stomach problems. Eating small portions is often better when I do not feel well. If I have a fever or pain, I may take basic medicine. For example, I can take something for a headache, fever, or cold. But I try not to take too much medicine without a reason. I follow simple instructions and only take what I need. I also try to keep my environment quiet and comfortable. I stay in a warm room, use a blanket, and avoid cold air. If I have a cold, I try to keep my body warm. At the same time, I make sure the room has fresh air. Another helpful habit is relaxing. I may listen to calm music, watch something light, or just rest without doing anything. It is important not to stress the body and mind when I feel sick. I also pay attention to my symptoms. If I feel better after some rest, I continue taking care of myself at home. But if the symptoms become stronger or last for many days, I understand that I may need professional help. In general, simple home care like rest, water, light food, and relaxation can help me recover from mild illness. Listening to my body is the most important thing. I will talk about when and why I go to the doctor. Sometimes, resting at home is not enough, and it is important to get professional help. Knowing when to see a doctor can protect your health and prevent bigger problems. I usually decide to go to the doctor when my symptoms are strong or do not go away. For example, if I have a high fever for several days, a strong headache, or serious pain, I understand that I need medical help. These symptoms can be signs of a more serious illness. Another reason to visit a doctor is when I feel very weak or cannot do normal activities. If I cannot get out of bed, eat properly, or focus, it means my body needs more than just rest. A doctor can check my condition and give the right advice. Sometimes I also go to the doctor if I have unusual symptoms. For example, strong stomach pain, difficulty breathing, or something that feels different from a normal cold. It is better to check early than to wait too long. When I visit the doctor, I try to describe my symptoms clearly. I say what hurts, how long I feel sick, and how strong the symptoms are. For example, I have had a fever for 3 days, or my throat hurts when I swallow. This helps the doctor understand my condition better. The doctor may ask questions, check my temperature, listen to my breathing, or examine other parts of my body. This is a normal part of the visit. After that, the doctor gives advice or prescribes medicine. Sometimes the doctor tells me to rest more, drink fluids, and take simple medicine. In other cases, I may need special treatment. It depends on the illness. I always try to follow the doctor's instructions carefully. Going to the doctor can feel stressful for some people, but it is an important step when necessary. It helps you understand your health and recover safely. In general, it is important to listen to your body and know when home care is not enough. Visiting a doctor at the right time can help you feel better faster and avoid complications. I will talk about medicine and treatment when I feel sick. After visiting a doctor or deciding to treat myself at home, it is important to use the right medicine and follow simple rules. There are different types of medicine. Some medicines help reduce pain, like for a headache or body pain. Others help with fever, cough, or a sore throat. For example, I can take medicine for a cold or use something to help my throat feel better. Sometimes the doctor gives me a prescription. This means I need to go to a pharmacy and get specific medicine. It is important to follow the instructions, such as how many times a day to take it and how much to take. Taking too much or too little medicine can be a problem. If I treat myself at home, I usually use simple over-the-counter medicine. These are medicines that I can buy without a prescription. For example, I may take something for a headache, fever, or cough. I always read the instructions before using it. In addition to medicine, there are also natural ways to feel better. For example, drinking warm tea with honey, eating soup, or resting can help the body recover. These simple treatments are often very effective, especially for mild illness. It is also important to take medicine at the right time. For example, some medicine should be taken after food and some before sleep. Following the correct schedule helps the medicine work better. Another important point is not to mix different medicines without understanding. If I am not sure, I ask a pharmacist or doctor. This helps avoid problems and keeps treatment safe. I also pay attention to how my body reacts. If I feel better, I continue the treatment as planned. If I feel worse or notice something unusual, I may stop and ask for help. In general, medicine and treatment help the body recover, but it is important to use them correctly. Following instructions and being careful makes the treatment safe and effective. I will give a summary of what we talked about and share some simple tips for staying healthy and preventing illness. First, it is important to recognize early symptoms. Small signs like a headache, sore throat, or feeling tired can show that something is wrong. When you notice these signs early, you can take action and avoid getting worse. Second, knowing how to describe your symptoms is very useful. Simple sentences like, "I have a fever" or "my throat hurts" help you communicate clearly with a doctor or pharmacist. This makes it easier to get the right help. Third, when you feel sick, it is important to rest and take care of yourself at home. Drinking water, eating light food, and relaxing can help your body recover. Do not ignore your condition or continue working too hard. Fourth, you should know when to go to the doctor. If symptoms are strong, unusual, or last for many days, it is better to get professional help. A doctor can give correct advice and treatment. Fifth, using medicine correctly is very important. Always follow instructions, take the right amount, and do not mix medicines without understanding. Safe use of medicine helps you recover faster. Finally, the best way to deal with illness is to prevent it. Simple habits can help you stay healthy. For example, wash your hands regularly, eat healthy food, drink enough water, sleep well, and stay active. Avoiding stress and taking care of your body also make a big difference. In general, taking care of your health is a daily process. Small actions can protect you from illness and help you feel better every day.
Leave a comment under this video and one of you will get 40 English lessons for free.